What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday. What's up, Kentucky? How you doing, man? Derek, what's up? I think I'm ready for a beer. Who's ready for a beer? Hoping today should be pretty good. I've had a few from this brewery before, but this is my first time doing a review from one of their beers, so this is going to be fun. This one should be fun. Oh. Well, that's done. Oh, 3 o'clock, people. So, I think it's time. Let's do this. Boom. What is up, everybody? Happy Sunday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today, we got another one that we're looking at, but from a new brewery that I haven't reviewed for before, so I'm kind of excited with this one, because today we're going to take a look at one from Wild Leap Beer Co. over in LaGrange, Georgia. So look at that little buffalo. Look at this. It looks like a nice, clean can. I like it. I like it. So, yeah. Wild Leap is kind of like a nice little craft brewery out of Georgia, which I don't think I've ever done anything at a brewery out of Georgia yet, now that I think about it, but I'm excited for this one. This is a double IPA, one of from their 3 Harvest series, because this is the hops. I'll give you a little explanation before I open it up and everything, but before we get into that, let's talk about Wild Leap and learn a little bit about them. So Wild Leap's story begins with 2 beer impassioned friends and a talented brewer take a wild leap of faith to open their own brewery. Leaving behind successful and comfortable careers, this trio begins introducing approachable and inventive styles of craft beer. In September 2017, Wild Leap officially opens its doors to downtown LaGrange, Georgia, and its big wheels keep on turning today. So, yeah, I would say these guys they're still pretty new, I would say. They opened in 2017, they're less than 5 years old, so, well, not less than 5 years, but almost 5 years old. But yeah, I'm excited for these guys because I've had a couple from them before that were pretty solid. That before I started doing reviews and everything, but this is the first one that actually. This is like a unique style that they have because a lot of double IPAs you see a lot of them are dry hopped. Well, these ones are actually a double wet hopped IPA because what they do is they actually partner up with Extreme Green Farms for this series, and what Extreme Green Farms do is to grow their hops. They do it in a very controlled environment and everything to provide brewers with fresh whole cones of totally uncleaned hops. This means boatloads of fresh Cascade hops for Wild Sleep's edition. So this is going to be very full of some wet hops today, which I'm really excited about because most of the stuff I drink is dry hopped, but having that kind of natural hop flavor before it's dried out. On this one, I feel like it's going to give me a nice, juicy, kind of different mouthfeel. It's going to definitely, hopefully, give me a bunch of different flavors. And the reason why it's called Three Harvests, it's because the grow that they partner with only does 3 harvests out of the year. So they probably spread it out between like fall, probably spring, and then like a late summer kind of situation. So they do 3 different series of this, but this is their 2020 autumn series that they did. So I'm really excited about this one. So let's crack this guy open and give it a shot because I'm thirsty and I want a beer. So let's see what we're getting on the smell here. Oh yeah, definitely really juicy. Getting like some definitely grapefruity notes. Maybe like a little bit of, there's some kind of melon component in there. Maybe like a cantaloupe or a honeydew. Yeah, this smells like definitely a nice solid IPA. If I didn't mention this before, this guy comes out to a whopping 8.2%, so a little bit on the higher end but it's like that average kind of rating you would have for a double IPA. So I'm excited to try this guy out. So let's pour this guy. Gonna be drinking out of my untapped can like style glass today. And yeah, let's see what this guy looks like. I'm gonna pour. See if this guy's hazy or not. Nice amount of head. Does a little bit of haze, not too crazy on the haze, but that's okay. Yeah. This definitely looks like a nice, very nice, delicious double IPA. Look at that. Yeah. There's a little bit of a haze to it. Not like kind of like that orange juice kind of color, but definitely has that more of a darker orangish yellow to it. Let's see if we're getting anything else on the smell now that I poured it. Yeah, still getting a lot of that grapefruit coming through. A little bit of melon. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. So, without further ado, let's do this. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah, that's nice. Definitely has the strong kind of like juicy mouthfeel. Definitely you can get like kind of like a grapefruit citrus going on in there. And there's some kind of melon component. I don't know if it's... Actually, now that I'm tasting it a little bit, it's kind of giving me like a honeydew kind of vibe. You know, like when you eat a honeydew melon and it's kind of like that stuff closer to the rind? That's the kind of melon flavor that's kind of leaving with me. But definitely has a really pillowy, juicy mouthfeel. You can definitely tell this is wet hops just by how pungent those flavors are. Definitely it has like a nice malty backbone to it a little as well to kind of smooth it out and get like an extra depth of sweetness added to it. But yeah, this is delicious. I'm always excited to try a wet hopped IPA just because it's something that I usually don't try that often because a lot of people just bring out dry hopped IPAs. So let's see what the actual profile of this one. So when it's talking about wet hops, they have a high levels of acids and oils and aromatics that treat your taste buds to a nuanced flavor profile and the barest hint of bitterness. So as a result, Three Harvests not only boast the tropical flavors of juicy mangoes, succulent grapefruits, and a creamy honeydew melons, but also a pillowy soft mouthfeel that is like floating on a cloud. So yeah, I think I was pretty spot on when it comes to like nice grapefruit flavor. Definitely has that nice, soft, creamy, kind of juicy mouthfeel. Definitely would say that's pillowy. And that honeydew that they add in there to kind of give it like to me, now that I drink it, Definitely has like kind of a creaminess because I think that goes through with that pillowy mouthfeel. But I like that kind of malty kind of sweetness at the end too. That's really nice for a little bit of the malts that they're using in there. But this is delicious. Very, very good. So let's see what people are saying on Untappd about this guy. So, like I said before, it's an 8.2% with 38 IBUs, so lower IBU rating, so you're not going to get much of a bitterness. So, with over 1,151 ratings, this beer has an average rating of 4.08 on Untappd. So, yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's definitely pretty high rated for only having like a limited release on this one. So let's see. Let's look and see where you can find their stuff, just because. Let's see. Well, I'm not gonna really look into it. They have a beer finder on their website, so you can kind of see if you can get some stuff from Wild Leap, but also you can get them on Tavour as well. But let's get back to Untappd here and see what people are saying about this guy. So somebody gave it a 3.75. Somebody gave it a 4, 3.75, 4. Somebody gave it a 4. They bought it on Tavour, saying, "I like Wild Leap beers. I do, but somehow I think they always all taste basically the same." Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. This guy gave it a 3.75. I guess he let it sit for about 5.5 months. Let's see. Somebody gave it a 4.25. Somebody gave it a full 5 out of 5. They must really like it. 4.25, 4.5. They purchased it at Bow and Arrow Barbecue, so looks like you can find this stuff at different places around there, so that's cool. Also, it looks like you can find this at the Georgia Liquor Barn in Cumming, Georgia as well. So if you're ever down that area looking to see if you can catch any Wild Leap beers, of course you can always go to the brewery over in LaGrange and pick it up, or you can also find some of the stuff in Cummings as well. So really cool. I'm enjoying this one. I'm definitely enjoying this one. I really like the tropical flavors out of this. I really like the melony kind of creamy backbone it gives, along with that kind of malty sweetness in there. But overall, very, very solid. I'm enjoying this one. Definitely. This is probably one of the better Wild Leap ones that I've had, for sure. They all, from what I remember, I think all of them have that kind of like pillowy mouthfeel to it. So I'm wondering if they enjoy to use wet hops, or they just enjoy kind of making that creamier kind of IPA experience. But it's overall very, very delicious. So let's see. Let's start going off of ratings that we usually do here. So I've yet to have a beer that I would give a full 5. I know there's some I want to try, but I doubt would be a perfect 5. Yeah, it's hard to find, because there's always going to be a beer that you want, that you might want something a little bit more to come out of it. So it's very difficult to find a full 5 out of 5 beer, unless it's something that is like a go-to to you, to where it's like no matter what time of day, where you are, you'd grab one of these if you could. But it's just one of those situations. So let's look at the can art here. Yeah, I like it. It's clean. Definitely something you would see from, like, it has that microbrew style. I like just that traditional kind of look. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel with can art or anything. It's nice. Definitely. When I see a white can art at a liquor store or a bottle shop, I guess it's something that would catch my attention, just because you usually see a lot of like different colors there, but having like the blank slate kind of feel on there, and just letting simple can art talk. Maybe it seems like it was painted. I like that as well. But yeah, it's simple, straight to the point. They're letting the beer speak for itself, I think. That's what I think they're doing with this, so they're not going overly crazy with their can art. So yeah, I'd give this a solid 3 out of 5. 3.5 out of 5. It's nice. I think this would catch my attention at a liquor store, just because you don't see many like full white labels usually. But let's see. If I got this in a flight at Wild Leap, would I get another one? Most likely yes, to be honest. I really like the fruit flavors. I love the citrus in there. That melon. I always like tasting melon in IPA, just because it kind of adds an element that I'm not used to, because some of these like juicy kind of IPAs that are just smashed full of citrus and mango and all that stuff, they're good. I love them, But sometimes I want to have a double IPA or an iced IPA that gives me different flavor profiles that I would usually taste just by the different hops they use. So it's nice that they're sticking to the Cascade on here to kind of let the melony notes come through with a nice bright like grapefruit as well. So overall, I would definitely get another one of these if I got in a flight for sure. Super, super delicious. But let's see. What is my final rating on this one going to be? It's a tough one. To be honest, I think I'm going to give this a solid 8 out of 10. Really good. I would definitely recommend this for anybody who's down to like try a different kind of IPA, because mostly everybody that I probably are in here, you've had quite a few amount of dry hopped IPAs, but having a wet hopped IPA with more of those like acidic kind of oily notes in there, along with kind of giving it that nice pillowy mouthfeel, just it brings out the flavors that you would normally get in an IPA in a different way, which I really enjoy, and it's kind of something that I feel like more breweries need to take advantage of, having a wet hopped IPA, because overall I think it adds like that extra depth of flavor and just overall just creates a brand new experience for a lot of people. So very, very good. If you're also looking to find out more from stuff from Wild Leap, you can go to the website. It's down in the description below. See where if you can find any of their beers near you. You just got to go into their beer locator and see where they're available. But if you're around the LaGrange, Georgia area, you can always pick their stuff up at the brewery themselves. Looks like it would be a pretty cool place to go to. I don't know. Let's take a look and see. That doesn't look like they have pictures there. But let's see what kind of they have merch you can buy as well. So some shirts, some hats. Yeah, nice little shirt line they have. They have hoodies, beanies, jackets, tank tops. All you can ask for when it comes to wanting any Wild Leap apparel. So that's always nice. But if you want to find more stuff from Wild Leap, always, if you have Tabor, keep an eye out on there, because they drop some stuff in there once in a while, and it's wet hops is delicious. The mouthfeel you get, yeah, definitely gives you like a different kind of mouthfeel from a wet hopped IPA for sure. Like, it doesn't give you that oily kind of like mouthfeel or like a thick heavy. It's definitely like more of like a pillowy soft kind of mouthfeel. It's like the only way I can describe it. But yeah, Wild Leap knocked it out of the park with this one. Very, very delicious. I kind of want to try some of their other renditions of the Three Harvests, just so I can get my hands on the 2 other seasons that they probably bring this one, because this is the autumn release. I'm guessing they have a spring and a summer release as well. Yeah, I hear you, Derek. I hear you. I think they'll get more stuff available with like courier services going down the road, so you just got to keep an eye on it, because you never know, a new courier service might open up in your area that'll be able to deliver this stuff. So I would say just every couple months, check it and see if anything changes. Maybe once a year. I don't know. It's up to you. Download the app and just figure out if you can get stuff near you. Otherwise, there's plenty of other like kind of beer services out there when it comes to like beer crates and all that stuff. You can find so many different options for beer delivery to you. You just kind of got to do your research. But overall, very, very solid beer from Wild Leap. I definitely really, really enjoy this one. So very, very solid 8 out of 10 with this one. I would smash a few of these if I could. So guys, I think that's what I have for you guys today. So thank you everybody in chat for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Also, if you like what you see, make sure you hit that like button before you leave. Help me out greatly. Also, if you're new to the channel, like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell, so I'll let you know whenever I go live. But other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. So we got a brand new week coming up next week with a whole bunch of different beers to review. So hope you guys are excited as I am for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So remember, guys, if you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And cheers, everybody. I'll see you all next time.